Yup, it's TMZ Verified, the podcast. I'm Wild.
I'm Stephanie.
I'm Jacob.
And I'm Isaac.
Oh, we have so much to get into. But one, you're like, Isaac is back. Not only is Isaac back, but Jacob is back. They were at Coachella over the weekend.
Coachillin'.
Okay.
Coachella. What?
We're going to get into like all the craziness.
Bro chilling.
Right. Okay.
I did see Jacob there.
I was about to say, did y'all actually see each other while y'all were at Coachella?
Yeah.
Friday.
Okay, wait, we
First
do want to
day.
get into like all the craziness that was Coachella, but first, should we do a temp check?
Let's see how we're feeling.
Let's do
Jacob, how are you feeling after your big weekend?
I'm feeling fantastic right
Okay.
now. I mean, you know, I have to
Wow.
say, everyone's like, oh, the Coachella hangover and
Everyone
stuff.
in the office.
Nah, feel good, man. I haven't taken a vacation all year. I feel revived. I feel great. If I were to give myself a Coachella comparison, I'll give myself Justin Bieber when he came out for Daniel Caesar, which, by the way,
Like shirtless too?
yeah, shirtless.
Okay.
I got my
Yeah.
Calvin Klein showing in the waistband. I got my
Okay.
backwards hat on. That's kind of my truth, my vibe right now. What about you, Isaac?
Not that.
Okay.
I mean, I had an amazing weekend, but I am so tired.
Feeling it.
Yeah, I mean, went to bed in the wee hours of the morning, and now waking up today for work was really hard.
What time did you wake up, Isaac?
This morning I woke up at 5:40.
Perfect.
I got 2 words for you, Isaac. Red Bull, man. I drink about 2 of those a day.
That's why Jacob's so
That's all I
always.
Yeah, I guess that's what I need to take. But no, Coachella was amazing. It was an amazing weekend, and I just need a good night's sleep for the next 5 nights, and I'll be good.
Okay.
Okay. What about you, Wild?
Okay, first of all, I'm feeling like, I don't know what my Coachella vibe is because,
Just your rating.
okay.
Your temperature. Let's take
Okay,
your
I'm
temp.
at like a 2-ish, but on the Coachella scale, I'm like in the parking lot. Like I'm not even there. Bro. Because
Okay.
one, I'm sick and I don't know. I don't have
Love
COVID.
that.
Relax. I do not have COVID. I don't know what I have, but I know where I possibly
I
got
had
it
it
from.
last week.
That's what I'm saying.
But I could sense where I have it from.
The person that I'm
Yeah.
saying, no, I just have like a low cold, or it might be like a mix of allergies or something. But like I stayed in all weekend. I had
Nice.
the most boring weekend in the world. So I am not even at Coachella. I'm still at my apartment.
Well,
Okay.
I'm happy to hear that you're feeling a little
Yeah,
bit
you
better.
took care-
you
Is
took
it
care of
too late
yourself.
for us to get a bigger table?
No.
Because I'm not trying to get sick.
Jacob,
I
they
don't-
make us. Like,
I was about to say, I don't know if it's contagious.
There's no
but
option
I'm pretty
to, like,
sure
skip.
it's like a weird thing. Like my eyes are hurting. I have like a scratchy throat, but like no COVID. OMG, Jacob is losing this.
I'm out. Yeah.
But no, everybody. I think bottom line is I think it's just allergies.
Okay.
But I'm not feeling the best.
I think it is. You sound honestly fine.
Thank you. Okay,
Nah,
thank you.
it's, dude, everyone says, oh, I'm not sick. It's
Me
allergies.
first episode
And
was, hi, guys.
No,
Like, literally.
As I'm like holding in the cough right now.
All right, Steph.
All right.
Well, I aged backwards this weekend.
Mm.
I had the ultimate spiritual healing weekend. I went to a meditation. I'm like I'm not gonna go 10 on the
Okay.
temp check. We're gonna hear a 10 on like my absolute best day of my life. I will give this like an 8. I went to a meditation. I went to Color Me Mine, which if you don't know,
The
Color Me
best.
Oh
Mine.
my God.
You
Y'all,
take a
You
Steph,
love
we can be in Barbados and Steph will find a Color Me Mime. Like sis loves Color Me Mime.
I just
Color
love
Me
it.
what?
Color Me Mine. You take a mug from this place or a plate or
pottery.
pottery and you paint it.
Yeah.
You pick the little colors. I just get super creative. I'm in my feels, podcast in ear. Like you just go with your friends sometimes, a little glass
Cool.
of wine. It's the ultimate vibe. I also went to Ulta, Sephora. I got all my little products, took
Okay.
a bath, like jacuzzi.
replenished.
I really
Self-care.
aged backwards.
I had my birthday parties as a kid at Color Me Mine.
So did
Those
I,
are the best.
Jacob. It's a LA kid thing, I feel like.
Really?
You're not the first person to tell me that. I did that too. Literally. Wasn't it fun?
Yeah, it's really fun.
Did you put all your little hands like on
I can
the
see
plate?
Jacob's face.
I
is
still
like,
have the
it
No,
was
he's
so
like,
fun.
yeah.
He has the
No,
plate.
yeah.
Look, he has the plate. You go with all your friends and you put your little hands in paint on the plate. Jacob still has it, he says.
Yeah.
I bet he
I
does.
love it.
Yeah.
Should we get into some stories?
Sure.
Let's do it.
Can I tell you something about Coachella? There are 2 types of people that go to Coachella, and I think Isaac and I represent both of them.
Okay.
I'm not going to speak for Isaac,
Speak
but
for
you
me.
got me.
Speak for me.
You got me, who's kind of like, I go to Coachella, and I'd like to think I'm more with the people. I'm grounded in reality. I spend my day at the campsite. You know, we're all kind of dirty. We're just drinking. It's a good time. I go for the music. I'm not really there to take Instagram photos. That's cool. You know, trying to just go see my favorite artists. If my friends want to go see one artist, I go, cool, I'm going to go do my own thing. Let's meet up at this spot at this time. Go enjoy yourself. Then we got the Isaacs
I
of
was about
the
to say,
world.
that's a very adult way to tackle
Yeah.
Coachella.
Yes.
Then we got Isaac,
Yeah, for
and
sure.
again, there's no knocking this at all, man.
Right.
Because if I could party with celebrities, hey, I would. Isaac is like It's the sceney Coachella. You go for
You're
the
there to be
parties.
seen.
You go, hey guys, I don't really care that Doja Cat's on right now. Could we get a photo of me in front of the Ferris wheel? That's the type of vibe that we have in the Isaac world. We going to Revolve party? Are you going to what's the Neon Carnival? Of course, because anyone's gonna be there, so we gotta go.
Right.
He's not wrong.
Okay.
So wait, tell us.
But mine's like a 50-50.
I'm definitely there to be seen.
Yeah, I'm definitely there to be seen. I like the culture of like going to all those parties and seeing all those people. But I would say that I also love the music aspect. But with Coachella, I know that we all heard about Revolve and the whole comparison to it being Fyre Festival.
I didn't hear.
I have
I
so
heard it was
many
giving Fyre Fest
questions.
vibes.
Yeah, so if you guys were on TikTok, you saw all of that.
Mhm.
All the videos of people making fun of Revolve being like Fyre Festival in terms of how dangerous it was when people were out waiting for the buses to take them to the location.
Well, sorry, just take a step back, because for people like me who don't get involved to Revolve, who don't get invited to Revolve, what is Revolve? Who's there? What's the significance of it?
Okay, so Revolve it's a company,
Clothing company.
For men and women, and they throw these massive parties that they invite all their influencers that promote the company, and they pay them to come, and whether it's to take pictures, videos, E was there, so people were doing interviews with them, but it's just a way for Revolve to, get their name even more out there. I don't even know how much more can be out there because everyone knows what it is. But it's basically
Fake. Kind of. Come on, you're paying
It's
people to go to a party.
for sure.
it was a mini
curated.
festival. They had their own performers Friday night,
Off-site,
Saturday, and,
right?
off-site, and Sunday. So they have their own performers. They have their own Ferris wheel. They have their own rides. Tons and tons of vendors.
So just kind of like an exclusive.
Coachella.
It's an
Coachella.
exclusive.
Right,
event.
Exclusive
literally.
Chella. That's what it is.
Right. And I guess I didn't know this, but I guess you can buy tickets for it. Some people.
How much are these tickets?
I heard they go for like $2,000.
Oh, forget it. I will party in my
Could
house.
you imagine?
That's without
The
your Coachella
influencer
ticket.
Olympics, though, you go there to be seen. If you're an influencer, it's the influencer Olympics. Who can look the hottest? Who can take the hottest Instagram photo? The whole
Ew.
thing.
I mean, if you guys
Isn't
were.
that gross? Am I standing on an island here?
I mean, no, I
It's
like being
giving-
seen and getting dressed up.
You would
But
like
it's
it.
giving
You
like
know I would
Black
love it. You
Mirror.
know I-
Yeah.
It's like a mirror of
Oh yeah,
episode
you
of
walk
Black
in and
Mirror.
you just everywhere you turn, you are seeing these influencers in the wild.
So what was the
Like-
Fyre Fest part about it?
So they gave us an off-site location. It's not near Coachella. It's probably like 15, 20 minutes away. And it was a giant gravel parking lot, dust flying everywhere, hot as hell. Okay. And we thought the address that they gave us was where Coachella was going, where Revolve Festival was going to be. But it wasn't. It was just an address to get there, to then take buses to take us to the real.
So you took like a shuttle to get.
Yeah, it was an off-site location to take a shuttle to then the real,
Got it.
Isaac's like, this party sucks. It's hot as hell. It's like,
Yeah,
it's
we're-
like the party's fault, man.
So we
You're
were
in
like,
Palm
so
Desert.
we get out and we're like, we see all these barricades of people lining up, and we were kind of like, all right, like we got our wristbands, and we start standing in line. And it is so hot. The sun's beating down. They had like 2 things of water. You can imagine me. I'm like having a panic
The
attack.
ultimate
at this
drama.
Welcome to Coachella.
Yeah, but
It's
like
hot.
it's hot, and you have one bus for hundreds and thousands of people.
Wait, there was one
Hundreds
single
and
shuttle.
okay,
thousands of
not hundreds and
people.
thousands. There was 4,000 people.
Standing with you?
Yes,
Stop.
yes, and
So did you
one
push
and
people
one
down?
and one bus at a time. So people were crawling over each other, hopping over the hopping over the the gates, screaming at the security people that didn't know, and then you have some influencers that got dropped off there that think that they're more important than the one next to them, so they're trying to get there before the next person, and then
No
they were
way.
saying that the security didn't know who's who and who's actually important, who needed to get there for their job, and so it was just a beyond clusterfuck.
So what was
This is only something that like the 0.0001% of people deal with. It's like, oh, I was about to be at this influencer party and I was gonna take all my photos, but the buses were too crowded and it was so hot, and I was in the desert. It's like, dog, come on.
But you
Well,
go
they,
and
well, they have to.
sympathize.
Well, I think that they needed a better job, taking care of all these people who paid to be there and go there, and then you have the influencers that they are paying to fly out here to come to this event, and it's a beyond shit show. People needed water, there was no water. People needed to get to the event to like whether they were meeting up with somebody, people had interviews at different booths, whatever it was, and
I feel that though, because I don't care if I'm at Coachella or I'm at the TGI Max, like. If I pay for something,
TGI Max.
Is that what it's called, right?
TJ Maxx.
TJ Maxx.
TJ Maxx, like whatever. I expect whatever you pay for, you expect to get a level of service.
No, and I think it's the part of the experience. You want to go to Coachella. Let's say you're flying from New York. Let's say you're flying somewhere far East Coast. You want to go and you want to get everything in. Yes, like people in LA take their little car and they go on the freeway and then they're there. But these people flew, they paid for their plane ticket, they paid to stay there. They want to go to the Revolve festival and they want to go to Coachella. They want the full experience. They paid for the outfit, the whole thing.
right.
Listen, I get that. I think everything you guys are saying are right, and I know I'm giving Isaac a hard time right now. I'm sorry that you had to go through
Jacob's
that.
like, people are dying.
I just
know
think
what
it
the
could have
lesson-
been better planned.
The lesson here is don't spend $2,000 on a party.
Isn't
it's probably
that how
not
much
going to
you
be
had
worth
to
it.
pay? Didn't you have to buy $2,000 worth of clothes to get into this, or you had to like pay money? I heard that
I'm
on
not-
TikTok.
Maybe. I'm not
Okay.
sure. I honestly went, my roommate works for somebody who has a famous drink, and they were sponsoring the event. So we went on behalf. We actually got to ride in a Sprinter van and skip the whole line. So I was
Oh my
just
God.
Okay.
And here Isaac is lamenting about how awful
But I
this
saw what
experience is.
people
By
went
the way, I
through.
got in the Sprinter van and I skipped the whole line.
He's like, I don't know what they were doing in the hood, but I was on the pins.
Oh my
Yeah,
God.
no,
You
but-
forgot to mention that part.
yeah, I wanted to act like I was one of them.
Oh my God. I'm dying.
Wait,
Are you dying or are you just sick?
No, I'm
Because
laughing.
I'm sorry. It hasn't gone off my mind yet.
Oh my God. Okay.
Hey, so I know
I
we
don't
have
know.
we have this interview coming up that you guys did with a very special TikToker, right?
yes,
What- So
Yasmin.
what's good with it?
Yasmin, she was amazing. She gave us all the insight on how to become viral on TikTok. She really is it's her whole career, this TikTok thing. She goes viral after viral vid of doing 2000s nostalgia, doing a lot of Twilight stuff, even just coming up with like the trend with sound. She is amazing at this.
I met her for a second. She was hilarious.
She was
Yeah, she's so
amazing.
funny. And Yasmin isn't just like a TikToker. She is the TikToker in a lot of senses. Like easily one of the most recognizable faces on TikTok.
Every
So,
video is viral.
yeah,
so
we were
she
really
gave us
excited to
all
have her.
the info on how to do that. It was amazing.
That's awesome.
They hate my CarMax, yo.
CarMax.
Doesn't that dry out your
Carmex?
lips?
Yes, it does dry on my lips. I used to use Aquaphor,
Sorry.
y'all, but it's like $10 in Los Angeles. So I'm not spending $10 on Aquaphor in Los Angeles.
Wait, not you calling it CarMax.
What you call it?
CarMax. CarMax is where you get a car like for rental.
Oh, shit. What you call it?
CarMax. It's probably one of those like I think it's one of
Alright.
those like Mandela effects type of things.
No, legit.
Mm.
because I've been calling it CarMax.
Yeah.
Or maybe I'm making up
CarMax.
rumors.
No. I think it's
Let's
also a
do a
regional
poll.
thing.
CarMax or CarMax?
Mex.
Max, right?
Like Mexican food.
oh,
I think it's a
damn.
black people.
I
thing.
think so,
Oh,
damn.
Like, where I'm from, like everyone calls it CarMax.
Right. Keep it
Yeah.
back like CarMax, right?
Yeah, whatever.
Welcome to TMZ Verified. I'm Stephanie,
I'm wild.
and this is Yasmin, TikTok phenomenon, and we are so excited
Oh,
to
yeah,
interview
gang.
her.
No, right. Jasmine, let me tell you, people were freaking out in our office, though, when we were like, Yasmin's coming. And they were
We
like,
got some fans in the office.
there's somebody in the audience right now who is freaking out, but I won't put her on the spot. But she was squealing in the
Squealing.
office.
Oh my
Screaming. Oh my
God.
God.
People told her to calm down.
It's
That's how
Chantel. She's right in the back with that
Yeah,
dress on
we
back there.
met. Hi, girl. Yeah. Oh my God. That's so sweet. I'm like still like, I don't know. I don't really think I'm like famous.
Well,
But,
you
like,
are.
You are right.
You are. And everyone is obsessed. I didn't know who you were before we like booked you for the show.
Uh-huh.
But let me tell you, me and my mom were watching. My
Mhm.
mom, you know my mom.
Mm-hmm.
We're watching TikToks and her attention span is 0
Uh-huh.
hours.
Really?
Hours.
Oh,
Swear.
my
Hours.
God. That's
Yeah,
so sweet.
especially the 2000s.
Yes.
We'll get into that.
All
Yes,
right, but
yes,
let me
yes.
tell you my favorite Yasmin TikTok is when you do the POV, your choir class sings WAP, and when I tell you, I'm like by heart, I'm in my house like I'm talking WAP. Like,
That
it's so bad.
That was so long ago.
That was so long ago.
That was like one of my first like official like viral TikTok. And it took me like days to like do the voices and edit it, and I was like no expectation of it going anywhere. And then like after my acting class, I like logged on and I was like 1 million views. Like it was like a taste of fame. That's how it all begun.
So that was your first million. You'd
Yeah,
say.
I think. Well, there was one before that, which was really stupid. I don't really count it. Like it was this trend of this guy like opening the door, and then like walking right back out, and I put my hands through my sweater, and like my feet. So it looked like I had like I don't know. It looked like I was a crowd.
I know the little
Trend,
thing.
yes.
I know. We know
Yeah,
what you're
yeah,
talking about.
yeah. So like, but I got that one. I got like 800,000, and like again, no expectation for it popping off. But then I was also like kind of upset because I was like, well, I don't want to be remembered like this.
Right.
And then later
The girl
on,
that's walking around with her
Don't
hands
worry,
up.
yeah.
you came back with a bunch of millions now.
Yes.
Which is
I
super
worked on
exciting.
it, yeah.
My favorite ones, as I just said, was the 2000s throwbacks.
Those are my
As a
favorite
girl,
too.
the Libby Lou. Libby Lou is this like
Yes.
girly birthday place.
It's like pop. Like think of the most stereotypical
Girly girl.
2000s girly pop.
Nothing.
It's so cute.
It's
so
like
cute.
it's like it kind of like disappeared with like no trace. Like not a lot of people reminisce about
Talk
it.
about Mandela effect. That might be one.
Honestly, because I posted it and so many people were like,
And you
what?
made it a series. There's
Yeah.
multiple of them.
Yeah.
So the fact that a bunch of people are resonating with this because every girl had their birthday at Libby Lou. Every single girl.
I was so like, I didn't have like a friend who had a birthday there, but I would walk in like with my mom and we would just like look at everything. And I wanted to have a birthday there so bad, but I think it was kind of expensive,
It was
wasn't
so
it?
expensive.
Yeah, it
One
was like
hand lotion
crazy.
was like $40.
It was crazy. And I remember there was this like this telephone, like cheetah print phone that I wanted so badly. It was like $70 or something. And my mom was like, you can just get like candy and a lip gloss. So like I never splurged, but I imagined, and the memories of just walking in there with my friends, just
Nostalgia.
to walk and look around.
That's like your thing.
Yeah.
Nostalgia.
Yeah,
Really
exactly.
brings everyone back.
Exactly.
Wait, so I heard you mention your mom. So I want to know, when you went to your mom
Mm-hmm.
and you're like, Mom, forget my education, forget everything. I'm going to do this TikTok thing. What did your mom say to you when you told her you was going to do TikTok?
Okay, so I started off in LA as an actor.
Uh-huh.
Okay.
So in college or before college, I was like, I've always wanted to be one.
Mhm.
And I was like, Mom, I'm going to go to school, but it has to be in LA because like that's where everything happens. I'm from Milwaukee. So it's like there's like a good theater like life, but like not film. And she was like, oh, okay. But she's always been like really supportive of me. So I've been doing acting and like nothing really like stuck for a while. And then the pandemic struck. And that's when TikTok like really like blew up.
Mhm.
So
Blew
I was
up.
like, okay, like let me hop on this train. And then that's how I got like WAP, that like weird arm video. And when I started finding my niche, like I started getting bigger and bigger. And my mom was like, it's like I didn't even approach her like I'm gonna do TikTok. Like she just saw it happening.
Oh, that's beautiful.
She's very supportive. Like
Aw.
my sister mostly joked that she's like my number one fan because she's like always scrolling on TikTok.
Like my mom.
Yeah. And
Literally.
like she was like, I was talking to her the other day and she was like, sometimes I just wake up and like in the middle of the night after I use the bathroom, I check your following count and then I go back to bed.
Oh my.
Yeah, like it's super, like I love her to death because she's so unbelievably supportive. And she's from Sierra Leone, which is West Africa.
Mhm.
So like
And like African parents typically are like school, doctor,
exactly,
lawyer.
no,
like-
exactly. And that's how my dad was too. But like my mom is so supportive of me, and
That's
like
amazing.
she's always like she like low key wants to be like a momager. Cause like there were times where she was like, your views have been down. Like maybe you
was
should
views
go back.
down?
Yeah.
Strategizing. Like,
Oh my God.
Literally, she was like, maybe you should go back to that POV you would do, like or like try something new. And like once like my views went back up, and she was like, oh, like we're back in the game now, like super like into it. So she's always been like hands down like full on supportive.
Would you say, because here at TMZ, we obviously do TikTok a lot. Would
Mhm.
you say when you go in to make a TikTok, is it strategic? Like, okay, this video did well last time, so I'm going to do this again, clearly, and then it does well again. How is your creative process?
I would say it is a little bit. I do take note of like what does well and like what's like the algorithm is like favoring in the moment. But like I try to jot down, there's no like rhyme or reason to like how I
Okay.
create my ideas. Sometimes it just pops in my head.
Like
and I'm
inspo.
yeah, and I'm just like, oh my God, write that down. But like I try to organize it a little bit of like what I'm gonna do, like how I'm gonna edit it. I always take into account like how long a video is gonna take. Like I've been doing like a lot of editing and green screen lately. So
Okay.
like that takes like a good chunk of time. And then I'm like, well, sometimes I'm busier, so like maybe I should do this video, which it should do good, but also like it won't take like the whole day to edit and like
Right.
produce and stuff.
Right.
So it kind of like varies in like my schedule, like the algorithm, what people are enjoying at the moment.
Trending
And
sounds.
yeah, exactly.
it.
Has there been a video or piece of content that you've put out that you've been like, oh shit, I need to delete this, or for whatever reason?
Yes,
Really?
like a scandalous one.
I mean, I don't know. Was it scandalous?
No.
Okay.
But,
Well,
like-
what's the other reasons? You
like it was
deleted
just like I think I was just experimenting.
something?
But like it didn't go anywhere. So I was like,
What was the video that you were like, I'm deleting that? Like,
it was like I did it for. Oh, I did it for one was like for Valentine's Day,
mhm.
and it was like that friend who's single on Valentine's Day, which is always me.
Me.
Yeah, and I was like, oh, like this is gonna like people are gonna relate to this,
Yeah.
but it went like I don't know what was up with the algorithm. It went like nowhere.
Well,
like,
everyone's on a date on Valentine's Day.
Yeah, no, I know,
Except me and
honestly,
you. I was
like-
the one viewer.
Yeah, I
on
was
it.
like, I should have thought this through, but like it got like bukkake views. And
Yeah, but have you ever had one where you had to post it and then delete it because it was like like the comments blew up like, oh my God, cancel, like, you know, cancellations and stuff like that?
no,
Okay.
I haven't. Yeah, oh my God, knock on
That's
wood.
good.
I was
No,
about to
that's
say,
good.
yeah, I'm not
Yeah.
going to for you.
Well, I
Maybe
had
no.
one on my Instagram. I do like a storytime Sunday,
Okay.
and sometimes I do like I used to do kind of like quote unquote like in-depth conspiracy-ish type of stuff. And like I've like I'm a huge fan of One Direction and like Harry Styles and Niall Horan. So I did one of Niall Horan and like everyone was like, oh my God, like I loved this one, do another. And I did another of Harry Styles. And that one, like usually I save it as a highlight, but like I've gotten a lot of comments from like his like fans and people are like, I think it's weird that you're evaluating him like this.
That's what I mean. Like haters
like-
just going on in the comments.
Yeah, it was just like it wasn't like a video, but it was like through my stories and people were like, you shouldn't have touched on this topic. Like this is so creepy. You're like evaluating his love life and like what you're doing. Like ugh. So I didn't save it on my story because I was like, oh, I don't want that.
I
energy
feel like
anymore.
sometimes the POVs too, they go overboard. Not you, but there are some. The ones that go over with the shooting. Remember that viral one?
What?
There was like a shooting one. They just go crazy sometimes with the POVs.
Well, like some people, yeah, it's like so weird. I think I know there's one where it's like, I don't know. There's just so many weird ones.
There's weird ones.
There was one with like the girl with the vaccination, and she was like, POV, you're getting vaccinated,
And you'll
they're
never live the
inserting
same
chip.
life. I know
Yeah,
exactly what you're
yeah, it was
talking
like
about.
that, and I was like, okay, like some are so dramatic. And I remember when the Black Lives Matter movement was going on, it was like this girl. She was like, I don't know, she was singing to it. You know, it was kind of like trending on TikTok, and she was like, she would like put her fist in the air and with like,
everything not funny.
yeah, and it was just like cringy.
Not the move.
Exactly.
Wait, can we talk about that though? Because you do, like, you're obviously like this comedic actress. You do
Mhm.
TikToks. Are there anything, or is there any subject matter that for you is like off limits?
I don't think so. I haven't really thought of that. Really, I try to touch on like, I mean, I'm not like a super like political person,
Yeah.
but like I do try to be involved and like, I want to know what's going on. So like,
Yeah, that
if
makes sense.
like if something's crazy going on, like I want to spread awareness, like I'll post it on my story. But like I wouldn't say there's anything where I'm like whoa, like hands off.
Would you say, other than the ones that have gone the most viral, is there one that you're most proud of? That you're like, wow, I really took the time. I edited this like creatively. Like, what's your most proud one that you're
Ooh.
loving?
I would say there was one. It's definitely one of like the One Direction like fanfics that I've made. I can't pinpoint like which one it was,
Mhm.
but like
series.
I would say it was the series because it's like editing wise, like that's one where it takes a while. But like also it's just cool that I was able to like take this time in my life and like in so many like people's lives of like being a huge fan and like bringing it like back into the world and like having people like kind of remember and like I don't know, like feel that nostalgia.
Taking
once
something you
again.
love and like your job now.
Yeah,
together.
exactly,
Totally.
exactly. And like One Direction was like, I mean, 2012 was like so good, such a good like era and
Circa 2012. Such a good.
like in music and I was gonna say fashion, but not fashion.
Not
but like,
fashion,
If
yeah.
we bring that back, we're in trouble.
but like pop culture and
Yes.
then like just being able to like bring that back and everyone's like, oh my god, like laughing with you. It's just it's nice. It always feels good.
So you do a lot of these like super popular TikToks.
Mhm.
You talk about, it's got the nostalgia thing and you like hit on the One Direction stuff, but you also hit on the Twilight stuff. Have you heard from any of these people? Like, has anyone hit you up and being like, I'm such a huge fan, or just like, you're hilarious?
No.
What?
I know. I don't think like no. And like people ask me in the comments, they're like, has like what's his name? The actor of Jasper. Oh, of course I
Oh, honestly, I'm also drawing a blank here.
Jackson Rathbone.
Yep.
Oh my God. Cut that part out. No. But like Jackson Rathbone, like people are like, has he ever reached out? Do you think he's noticed?
He
and I was
will.
like, I think he has, because like when he went to Comic-Con, he did the face.
Okay.
And everyone was like commenting.
He's like, I'm
that.
trending now.
Yeah, exactly. So like everyone was commenting like he did the Jasper eyes, but like he's never reached out to me.
Or giving you credit.
No.
Oh my gosh.
Or
And,
even a
like-
little like or something on my
Yeah,
comment.
come on.
Something, Jasper.
I think. Oh well, I mean, I did a video on the Ali and AJ potential breakup song, like when that
Literally
came
a
out.
bop. I was about to say it's such a bop.
Yeah, but they commented on my video before.
Oh, that's adorable.
Yeah, and
They made a comeback.
yeah, and Lizzo's commented on 2 of my videos.
Okay.
Oh,
we love
Super
Lizzo.
cool.
Uh-huh.
Yeah, that one I like freaked out on. But like nothing from like no Niall or Harry. Or
Okay, so no
Zayn.
Niall, no
Yeah.
Harry. But do you have like a bucket list in terms of career? Like, I know you went to acting,
Mm-hmm.
came here to act, and now you're doing TikTok, which is almost like the pivot for actresses now.
It really
and actors
is. It
for
really
TikToks.
is. Yeah.
What is like your bucket list thing? Dream role?
I don't. I would say that's hard. I love.
Or like series you want to be on?
Yeah. Or I would say that I've always wanted. My bucket list is to create a series.
Okay.
And like a series where it's like comedy, but also like supernatural.
Okay.
And like I don't want to go too in depth because I don't want people stealing my ideas.
I feel that,
No.
yes.
But like
Don't
yeah,
steal
but like
everything.
that's my bucket list to just be like a writer and like kind of like Issa Rae, like put something out there and have like so much like nominations and like buzz and like it really relates to people, but it's also like funny and just like make it like my own.
Yeah, because with TikTok, you're like your own makeup artist, your own producer,
Yeah.
your own editor.
Yeah.
So you
Yeah.
totally have the capabilities.
Yeah. So yeah, I would say
I feel like a lot of like the TikTok people, they get a lot of shit just because they've like started on the internet. So people kind of
Yes.
have that thing where they're like, you're a TikTok star, that's your only thing you could ever be. Like, do you feel like you get a lot of that like pushback when you're out in these like legitimate acting auditions or like trying to get these roles?
Yeah, and like I thought about that the other night too, because it's like it is a new like form of entertainment, and like it's one of the easiest forms to like break into the entertainment industry. So like I think I haven't had like direct pushback like, oh, like she's a TikToker. I've had people like contact me because of
Right.
my
I feel like
platform.
maybe it's a good thing. Like
Yeah.
resume.
Yeah, exactly. But like it also depends, like the bigger the production, like maybe they won't be so interested because it's like they don't need, unless you're like Addison Rae numbers, like they
Right.
don't need the numbers. Do you know what I mean? But I don't know. I think it's also like it's funny because it is so new that people who've been in this industry like before the internet, they don't know what to do with it.
Right.
They just don't. So it's like they're still kind of like plopping around it and like seeing how they can utilize it.
That makes sense.
Yeah.
Would you say someone getting into it now, it's, you know how they have that whole wave with the Instagram, like it's too late to be an influencer. What's your key on like TikTok? Is there a wave of, now there's so many people, when, you know, in pandemic, there wasn't that many people on the app. Do you think now it's the same as when you went in, or do you think it's a bit harder now?
I would say it is a bit harder. I think it has gotten more saturated. But I wouldn't say it's like impossible. I feel like it's just, you really do have to like find your niche and stick with it, but also be smart enough to like be on top of like the trends and like what's like trending and stuff like that. But I mean, it's still possible. It's just like,
I mean, it's the only app I use at this point.
Exactly. Exactly.
One of the things that we talked about here, and I think we've kind of constantly heard the conversation in regards to like the opportunities for TikTokers of color versus the opportunities for non-TikTokers of color. Do you feel like you've faced any of those discrepancies in regards to like sponsorship opportunities or even just like building your audience?
Yeah. I feel like I haven't dealt with that like face on. I know there have been creators who were like, they talk about like, you know, Black Lives Matter, like important topics for like revolving around like racism, and then they get like blocked or like the videos get taken down. I haven't like dealt that lately. And so far with like opportunities, like I've been like grateful to get like a really good manager. So like I haven't had to deal with like, you know, being like gypped of like money for like events and stuff. But like I mean, I don't know. I'm trying to think. Like maybe I would say that probably subliminally, I'm like, my video may not be doing the best because like I'm Black and like it's showing like it to a different audience. But I don't know. I wouldn't say I've faced anything like head
Nothing
on
like
like
direct
that.
and-
Nothing direct.
That's good though.
But your
That's
management
it's
team
really
seems like
good.
super supportive and you have full creative control.
Yeah. Oh yeah. Mostly I do. But they've also been mostly like on like the creator side. So it's like if like
good.
if a company is like asking me to like redo like a video because they didn't like it the first time, they'll like push back and like try to be like, no, she won't do that, because it's like, you know, it takes time.
So they stick up for you.
Yeah, which is nice.
Have you ever turned down any like sponsorship opportunities, or if a company hits you up, you're like, nah, I don't mess with them? Right? Yes. You don't have to say the company, but yes. What product was it?
I'm trying to remember. It was.
And why did you turn it down?
It was mostly like, I think they just weren't. I think there was one where it was like, I had like a bad oh, dang. Okay. So there's one that's for sure I turned down because they're offering me like nothing, like no money. And those are always the companies that like come like directly to me, and I'm like, oh, like you can like talk to my manager, and they'll be like, well, I don't know. It's just like be giving these like,
they try to be sneaky.
Yeah, exactly. And I'm like, no. And there's one where I'm trying to remember. It was one where it was damn, I forgot.
It's okay.
Yeah.
Is there someone that you want to be sponsored by? Like I know myself, I'd love to be sponsored by Ritzia if you ever want to reach out.
Oh.
Is there like a dream?
I do always wanted to be like sponsored by like fashion
Revolve.
designers. Yes.
Like the Revolve trips.
Yes. Yeah.
And just like get free stuff. Like, how do I get the free fancy merch?
Or like Balmain.
Oh.
And then you go to all the shows and you dress all fancy. That's what I'm saying.
Yeah.
Like,
No, I'm trying to get into like the fashion world. And,
Okay.
You know, get dressed head to toe and like all that stuff. So yeah.
Is that where you see yourself in 5 years? Doing acting, doing TikTok still? Are you doing more fashion stuff? Where do you see yourself?
Yeah, I would see like probably still doing TikTok, probably more like on like a bigger like scale. So like more, like more like full on productions, and like also being integrated with like film and television, but like using my platform to like just really like, you know, push myself out there, writing more things, like creating more like bigger projects. I also try to keep myself like open, because like I don't want to like I feel
Close
like
yourself.
like if I think too hard, I'm like I have to be here in like 5 years, then I get like super,
Totally.
anxiety and like, oh, like what am I doing wrong? So like I'm trying to like keep my mind open so I don't like block my blessings too much. But yeah, I'm always thinking like creator mindset is always like what it like circles around,
Totally.
So you're arguably one of the most famous creators. I know you don't give yourself enough credit, but girl, everybody know you.
Oh.
What them TikTok checks looking like? You don't have to answer that. I'm just joking. But are you getting them checks coming in
From TikTok?
From TikTok?
No.
Okay, where the money? Like you get millions? That's a genuine question though. So you're making this content. You get millions and millions of views. Does the money only come in from sponsorships or like?
Yeah.
What?
Yeah.
Really?
Well, I wanted to sign up for the creator fund, but everyone's like, don't do it.
Why?
Because it's like these creators are getting like pennies.
Did someone tell you that, or you saw?
Like both. Well, like, so one creator was like, oh, you should do it because you do like, money is still money.
Right.
But then another creator was like, oh, like they block your videos, like
Not worth your time.
yeah, exactly. So like I mean I probably should try, but like I've just always been so scared. But like also in the end people are like, it's just like it's not as much as you think it's gonna be
Okay.
through the app. So like
That
all
makes sense,
my stuff has been through like sponsorships.
Does
Like
it push other platforms like YouTube and Instagram? Do you get like sponsorships there as well?
Instagram I do.
Okay.
Not YouTube yet. My following on YouTube isn't as big yet.
Okay.
But yeah, it's mostly just like Instagram and TikTok, like sponsorships and campaigns that I've gotten. That's how I like pay my bills and eat. Yeah.
So I want to know, like, because I mean, at any level, I feel like we always celebrate.
Mhm.
What was the first thing when you were like, okay, I'm TikTok famous, I have done a thing, I'm gonna celebrate and I'm gonna do this? Did you buy yourself something fancy to take yourself out to dinner? Like, what was the first thing you've did or done for yourself since all the craziness has happened?
Ew.
And if not, you guys start doing some more self-care, girl. Like,
I know. That's like,
Like, if not, where are we all going this
goal.
weekend to celebrate?
yeah. Like, I think probably I just like start ordering more Postmates. Like, that's honestly.
Honestly,
I can afford food.
Yeah, no, I can afford a meal. Like, treat yourself. Like, and then for the million thing, once I hit 1 million, I think my sister got me a cake, which was dope.
That's really sweet.
Yeah, but nothing like crazy.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right.
Okay,
I'm
this is a
splurged yet.
personal question,
Mhm.
but when is your birthday?
It was February 3rd.
Okay, so you're an Aquarius.
Yes.
Do you know your other things?
A
Are you into astrology at all?
little bit. My rising is a Leo,
Okay.
and my moon is is it a Sagittarius? I think it's a Sagittarius.
Because
moon.
I see the emo girl content, and I was someone that I literally asked my mom, when is my emo girl phase coming? And she goes, not everyone has one. Were you someone who had an emo girl phase? Or
Yeah.
was this, like, are you, like, now as an adult, like, into, like, any of that stuff?
No, I had a phase.
Okay.
I had it like it was in middle school. It was in middle
Ties
school
into
though.
astrology a little bit.
Oh, it does.
Kind of. I feel like, don't
Oh.
you think? Emo,
Yeah.
astrology?
Yep.
Tarot?
I know nothing about astrology. Every time she has this conversation, I'm like,
So you had an emo girl phase.
Yeah, it was in middle school.
Okay.
It was like
Full-fledged?
not full fledged, halfway there.
so was it like Panic at the Oh, no, that's a little older for you. So I'm trying to think.
No,
What
you're
music
right.
would it
Panic
be?
at the Disco. Yeah, Panic at the Disco.
maybe
My Chemical Romance.
Fall Out Boy. Like,
Fall Out Boy.
Eyeliner.
Yeah, the eyeliner. Like I had like this like rebellion phase where it was just like, I was just trying to wear like black and eyeliner, and I was like listening to like a lot of like emo music and
Okay.
like trying to be like, yeah, like I'm edgy. I remember I was
Meanwhile,
like,
your African
amount of
mama is like, what
comments-
is going on in my house?
yeah, she's just like, oh, girl.
The amount of comments, though, being like, me. And I'm like, oh, I never had an emo phase. I'm, like, depressed about it. Never had an emo phase.
No, honestly, probably good you didn't have an emo phase.
Did you have an emo phase?
Yeah, I was a sad kid.
Nice.
Yep.
Yeah.
Yep, just sad.
Yeah.
No
it was
reason.
like,
Me happy
yeah.
with my Barbies. I'm like, I don't know why everyone's sad.
No,
like,
that's good. Happy for you.
Well, you have opened up and you talk openly about your battles with depression before and like girl same.
Mhm.
Every day is a struggle.
Yeah.
But like, what was it for you that kind of like helped you get through that? Because I know at least for me, like where I'm from, like therapy's not a thing. I didn't go to
Yeah.
therapy until I was like in my 20s. So
Yeah.
it's like, how did you work through that?
I'm still going through it. Like, I don't even know. Like, I'm like literally looking for a therapist. Like, I'm still going through it.
Right.
But like, I think it's gotten better because it's like, I'm trying to like, just like my issue is that like, I kind of like, I don't know, knock myself down a peg whenever like good things like happen to me. Cause I'm like, oh my God, like, you know, you never know when it's going to go away, or like, don't get too excited. Cause
I'm that
like,
way.
yeah, exactly. So like, and that was kind of like that was like hard for me to deal with, because it's like I didn't get as excited when like good things happened to me. So like I'm like trying to like be more like grateful for like stuff that like comes my way, and like really appreciate like living in the moment. I still have my days where like, you know, like I had a panic attack like yesterday, just out of nowhere, and like it's like I still have to like figure out like the triggers and stuff, but like I think I'm definitely doing well of like taking the step of like sorry, am I too close to the mic? I
No,
keep
you're
like
fine,
hitting
you're
it.
fine.
Oh, okay. I think I'm doing well of taking the steps of like acknowledging that like I have like anxiety and
Yeah.
like depression, and that like I want to fix it and I want to deal with it. So like I think I'm proud of that. I'm still like, and like I'm still under my mom's insurance, so like I'm like
Oh,
looking
good.
through. Yeah,
Good. Like, I'm like,
You just
I have
can't.
one more year,
Right.
so like I'm still like I still need to like look for a therapist that like is covered under her insurance.
I feel like that's
but
always the toughest part, or at least that was
it
the toughest
is.
part for me.
It
Is like, I mean, finding a therapist is tough, but it's also like having to accept that, like, damn, something might be a little wrong with me. You know what I'm saying? Like, but once I feel like for me, it was like once I've like not accepted, but like once I've been like, okay, this is a thing now.
I'm feeling this.
It helped me like
Yeah.
at least be able to like manage. moving forward.
Exactly.
Do you
yeah.
think TikTok and this creative, I don't know if you have, other than going acting and pursuing that, is this a creative outlet that helps with mental health? Because I know
Yeah.
for us that helps.
I
and-
think it's like a both. Well, because like now it's kind of like my job.
right.
So it's like, you know, I do get stressed out about it, and like sometimes like days aren't good because I'm like thinking too much about it. But like I think when I'm like creating videos, and like it does kind of like help like release a little of like endorphins because I'm doing something creative, and like I am like getting something out there that people will like enjoy.
Right.
I think that does help, like, you know, like when my mindset's in like a good place, and
Creative
like
therapy. a
yeah,
little bit.
exactly. And like I still want to do something where it's just like for pure enjoyment.
I
Go to
feel
Color
that.
Me
Yeah.
Mine.
Kind of what?
Color Me Mine, where you go paint a pot. You know how they do that?
Where's that?
You like paint.
Oh, it's Stephanie's favorite activity.
Okay. It's creative.
But it's actually a lot of fun though. You literally like go and you like paint whatever like pottery you want to paint.
You
It's
pick
like
out
super
pottery.
therapeutic. Steph's right. No, like
Yeah,
it's really
don't
therapeutic.
act like you don't know what I'm talking about.
I love it, but it's our favorite activity.
Oh my god, I never heard of that.
And you live in LA, so it's a
Yes.
very therapeutic thing. You get a piece of pottery, mug,
Mhm.
plate,
No, it's like really cool.
sculpture, and then it's like $20, and then you paint.
Oh my
And I
god.
listen to podcasts sometimes. It's really therapeutic.
And you keep the mug, right?
Yeah,
Okay, good.
Mhm.
100%.
Oh my
I know
God.
I just heard you say that now like creating is your job. Do you
Yes.
ever feel like there'll come a day where you're like, I'm done. I'm done.
I don't know. Maybe I'm thinking like, you never know. Probably like I'm like way down the line though. When I have like, you know, a family, and like I'm trying to do more like bigger projects and like television stuff. But like I don't know. I'm just kind of like live in the moment and like write it out a little bit. I don't want to think like I'm gonna stop creating at like this time in my
Right.
life. Yeah.
Open to all possibilities.
Yeah, exactly.
Do you think you'll stay in LA?
I don't know. Maybe. I
Mm.
like LA, but also like I don't know. The city can be a lot. I'm thinking like San Francisco is like the city where I'm like, so far that's the city where I'm like, oh, I want to retire there.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
I feel that. How I got to LA last summer and I kind of have that same like mentality where I'm
Mhm.
like, I love it, but like I'm not 100% sure.
Yeah, but you get used to it.
Okay.
I think it also depends on like where you live. Like I used to live in like Hollywood.
that's where I live at.
Okay,
I
that's
tell
probably
them every day it's horrible. I
yeah.
feel like.
No, I think that's
That's where I
why.
live at.
Because like Hollywood is like it's too much stimulus. It's too much going on. You need to like go to like the east side.
Or like Burbank.
Yes, or like Burbank. Okay, here's a breakdown. So Burbank is like calm.
That's where I live.
Yes. It's definitely more kind of like residential.
4 kids.
Exactly. If you want to have a
I ain't got no
family.
kids.
Okay, so like Burbank, and then Silver Lake if you're artsy. Silver
Our
Lake.
producer lives there.
Okay, so Silver Lake is like the artsy, kind of like hip, young
Uh-huh,
area. It's expensive, but it's a lot of young people living there. It's more like it's like a mix of like young people, but also like young families.
They definitely go to Color Me Mine, like in Paint a Pot.
Yes. Echo Park is kind of like a level like above Silver Lake, where it's more kind of like the city, downtown, a little bit of artsy, but also like little like, you know, like doing your thing type of mood, but it's still good. But it's a little bit more like fast paced and Silver Lake. And then North Hollywood is kind of like a little bit of a median, but it's just far from everywhere else. Like,
I feel like everybody says North Hollywood is so far, and I'm like, it's literally 2 minutes from where I live in Hollywood. Like, I guess if you're up there already,
right there.
Yeah, like from me, it's like 30 minutes. I'm like, ugh, North Hollywood.
And that's how I feel about going downtown. I'm like, don't invite me downtown LA.
That's a good
I'm not
point.
making it.
Yeah,
like,
yeah.
I'm not.
Yeah. So like, I think you just need to like venture out.
Venture out a little bit. I think so.
I've been saying that.
You've been saying that?
We're on the same page. I agree. I think so too.
So I think this is probably my last question for you, Yasmin.
Ooh.
So, wait, what, did you say no?
No, yeah, like this is fun.
I mean, I have other questions, but this is the last one I got written down.
Oh, okay.
You got any
Sorry.
questions for
We're gonna
us?
make TikToks after
Oh,
this.
okay.
Yeah, I'm like, well, we ain't kicking you out, girl. We still
Oh,
got a lot to do.
okay.
We still wanna hang.
Yeah.
So I do want to ask, just because like I'm obviously not like an influencer, like you're a regular schmegular journalist. What's the like influencer scene like in LA? Like, are the parties popping?
Are they nice?
Are they nice?
Oh my God. Okay. I am not that like into that. I'm sorry, y'all. It's a lie. No.
I already know. I'm like, yo, she lying, but I wasn't gonna put you on the spot.
Like I'm not that cool. I don't go to that many parties.
Okay.
I don't. I try to live like a little like private like lifestyle. I know. Aww. But like I try to like meet influencers just to be like, you know, collab, like be in that world. Girl, they are great. They can mean a lot.
Really?
Give us one example. You don't have to say a name. You
Oh,
don't have
I
to
can't say a name.
No, of course not.
This is what happened.
It's just like, okay, so I had an event that I was going to, and there was a creator at this event that I was like a huge fan of. And my sister was like, she would like send me this person's video, and she was like, you have to be friends with this person. Like, you guys make like the same content. And I was like, oh my God, yes. And then, this was like last year, but then I went to this event, and then, I like see this, like, I saw the creator, and I was like, oh my God, like, I want to say like, I love your videos. And then the person was like, oh, thanks. I kind of have to go. And then I was like,
oh,
okay.
Damn.
Yeah.
Like, excuse me, Beyonce. Like,
yeah. And I was like,
Oh my God.
okay. And then I was like, oh my God, like maybe I shouldn't have like said anything. And everyone was like, no, like the person, like they probably like had it.
That's literally what you hear all the time though. I've never like, I feel like they.
no, it sucks though. Like, you want people to.
You wanna be
I almost don't speak to
know.
people because of that reason though.
Yeah.
Like, I see people all the time, and I'm like, I'm not about to be looking crazy.
Yeah.
Like, and then it sucks because of like you're an
Because it
actual
puts you
fan.
down. Yeah.
Right.
Exactly.
'Cause
And
then
you
you're
never,
like, oh.
you never know like whose day you can make, and like,
Mhm.
and like, I mean, I understand if people are asking for pictures. I mean, I don't think I'm like there yet. I understand if people are asking for
Yeah.
pictures.
Has someone
You're
asked you
kinda
for a
like,
picture?
no, I don't think I've gotten any
I'm
pictures.
like, well, we will.
Oh, I'm about to say, because girl, Chantal in the back.
She's here for the pic.
Okay, well, my Venmo is no. No, I don't think I've had like pictures yet. I have had people like come up to me and they're like, I just love your videos. Like,
Yeah.
it's so
Okay.
funny. Always like, I always appreciate that. I love having those moments. But yeah, like I don't want to be like, oh, thanks, like whatever. Like, I
Mhm.
don't know. Just like, yeah. And then just, I haven't met like a crazy amount of influencers, but like the ones I have met, I was just kind of like,
Disappointed.
not disappointed, but I'm kind of like, ooh, this is a lot.
Okay.
Yeah.
So you said you have a fan encounter. Tell us about your first fan encounter that you had, and where were you? What was the experience
Oh
like?
my God. I think my first fan encounter, I was like with my sister in Chicago.
Okay.
And oh, something's falling. Oh, it's my sunglasses. Sorry. I was with my sister in Chicago, celebrating her birthday, and we were at this like video game bar, and these girls came up to me and they're like, oh my god, like, are you on TikTok? And I was like, yeah, I am. And they're like, we love your videos, and like, we just wanted to say hi. And I was like, oh my god, so sweet. And my sister was like, oh my god, are you on TikTok? Like. The whole night, I'm like, damn, like jelly, like.
And you're like, yes, I am on TikTok.
Yeah, I'm like, and she's like always like poking fun at me at that, but we love each other.
So what's next? What you doing with the rest of your summer? Like, what does the rest of 2022 look like for Yasmin?
Yeah, that's a good question. I don't know, man. I probably should have planned this year better.
You like step by step, day by day.
Honestly, I'm hoping to just do more like events just to get out of the house.
Yeah.
But like, yeah, just this summer, like no vacations, but I want to do more like, like interactions,
Okay.
hopefully like red carpet events. It's always a go-to. Like maybe more podcasts. Like this is like, honestly, this is like the first like fun.
Well, yes, clap it up for us.
Yeah.
Welcome to Verified.
Yeah, like this is so cool. Like I've done podcasts before, but it's always been through Zoom. Like never like
yeah,
a
yeah,
studio.
right.
It's different in person.
Yeah.
Well, thank you for joining us.
Yeah, thank you so
thanks
much.
for having me. This was so much fun.
We're gonna go make some TikTok.
I was about to say, yes, Yasmin, let the people know your TikTok, even though everyone already knows it. That's your camera right there.
Oh my God. So TikTok is Lady Yasmina 1. Sorry, I had to think of the number. At Lady Yasmina 1. That is my TikTok. Follow me on Instagram, Yasmin_Sahid. And also, while you're at it, follow my YouTube. It is linked in my TikTok and Instagram. Yeah.
Awesome. Thanks so much for joining us, Yasmin.
Yeah, thanks for having me. This was fun.
Well, thank you guys so much for watching this episode of Verified. If you're watching on YouTube, make sure to subscribe. And if you're listening on Apple Podcasts, Spotify, subscribe as well. We have great episodes coming up. See you guys next time.
Bye.